welcome to this week's episode of The Current. My name's Lynn, and I'll be your host. I'm just getting home from babysitting all morning, which is why I may look a little tired. Not because the babies are hard, but I'm not going to put makeup on if I'm just going to be hanging out with some babies. So anyways, I just came home and there were donuts in the kitchen, which is always a great sign when you walk in and you see the Dunkin' Donut thing on the counter, and I'm like, oh, okay, donuts, I can do donuts. And so I had one, and it was the bomb. I'm a classic kind of girl, either classic or rainbow sprinkles. Those are my things. And of course, the classic one was in there, so I had one. And then I looked at the box and I said, I could have 4. That's fine. But I didn't. And that's what I wanted to encourage you guys with this week is a couple of weeks ago, my pastor, Pastor Ruffin, who is the bomb, we were doing a series on vices, or the 7 deadly sins, and we talked about gluttony. And I know it's something that you and I have heard a million times, and gluttony is a habitual greed or excess of food. So basically, the day of Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving or Christmas or any big holidays, or maybe just a normal meal for you, sometimes for me, I can't get enough food. I love it. I love food so much. And so he talked about gluttony, which sounds like, okay, like tell me I should eat less, blah, 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 heard that before. But the way he spun it was actually really interesting, just not even spun it, but came at it from a different angle I'd never heard before, and it really impacted me this time. So Pastor Ruffin specifically addressed 2 of the unhealthy relationships we can have with food. One is undereating, and the other is overeating. And basically the root of those things comes down under self-control. And one thing that really stuck out to me was how when we shovel our food, like you just can't eat fast enough. Maybe you're the first one done eating at the table every time, and you focus so much on your food and not the people around you. That's actually not very good stewardship of the blessing of provision God has given you. And that really spoke to me. I was like, wait a minute. So when I'm super hungry and stuffing my face, I'm actually not honoring the people around me by engaging in conversation with them. And I'm also not stewarding the blessing of provision very well. Because I'm not going at it with Thanksgiving. I'm going at it with a feed me now kind of attitude. And I know I get hungry sometimes, but what has changed for me is that I eat more slowly now. And as a result of that, I feel fuller sooner, which my Nana has been telling me for years. Eat slow, girls, eat slow, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, Nana, whatever. It's different when you don't wear dentures. Love you. But it's actually so true. And my goal wasn't to lose weight, but it's just been a direct result of that because I am taking time to listen to my body. And I know when I am super hungry and I'm out with friends or whatever, I just want to finish my food, talk with my mouth full and stuff like that. I just want to get that food in my belly. I'm not being a good steward of those things. So think about your relationship with food. Number 1, are you in a dangerous relationship where you're undereating or overeating? Because in that, we're not exercising self-control. And if we have the Spirit in us, if you're a Christian, you have the Spirit in you, and a fruit of the Spirit is self-control. So we can exercise that. Just sometimes we choose not to because we think, oh, I have to eat anyways, but our stomachs are actually controlling us and not vice versa. So it's interesting to come at it from that angle. I just never heard that. And I thought it was so cool, and it's really impacted the way I do meals now and the way I fellowship with people when I'm at meals. I actually enjoy conversations, try and honor them by focusing on them and not so much my food. And it's interesting if you think about it. Well, if I can't control my eating habits, what other habits am I not controlling very well either? And that's something personal for you to think about, spend some time on, and think, hey, I have this Spirit of God in me. I can do these things. I can control this. And yeah, sometimes it's tough, and it is a conscious effort almost every time until it becomes a habit that I just eat like more slowly. I actually enjoy my food. I taste it. I don't scarf it down, things like that. I take into account that I am in control. I control my fork. I control that. We can control the other things that feel like they may have gotten away from us in our lives, whether it's like a drinking problem or you just enjoy something in excess. That's gluttony. And if we're not enjoying it with Thanksgiving and with self-control, then we're not being good stewards of it. So let's do that this week, friends. Let's find what it is we're being gluttonous about. And let's amend that. Let's exercise the self-control we have, because it's in you, it's in me, and we can do it. Thanks for tuning in, friends. Have a great week. We'll be praying for you. Let's exercise a lot of Thanksgiving this week, and we'll see you on the next episode of The Current.